And assessment 5. All right, select the best answer of the question. Again, you may use a calculator. Which of the following statements is true? Circumference is measured in square units. Nope, circumference is the distance around something, so it's like perimeter. The only thing measured in square units is area. So no, perimeter is measured in square units. Well, from what I just said, obviously that's a no. Volume is measured in square units. No, actually volume is measured in cubic units. 3, power of 3. Area is measured in square units, always. In your notes, in capital letters, we wrote, area is always squared. Area is always squared. Marcus and his family went on vacation to Rome, Italy. His family rented a car so they could go sightseeing. They drove a total of 525 kilometers. About how far did they travel in miles? Well, the first thing we need to do is set up a kilometer to miles ratio. And if you look on your sheet, and one of the things you were supposed to commit to memory is the fact that 1 kilometer is approximately half a mile, which since we can use the calculator, we will note that as 0.5, half a mile. So then we look at our problem. They drove 525 kilometers. Kilometers must stay with kilometers. Miles must stay with miles. Do we know how many miles they drove? We do not. It gets a variable. Solving across, we talked about cross multiplying. X times 1 is X. How much is X? In your handy dandy calculator, 525 times 0.5 is 262.5 miles. So if it says about how many or how far, your closest guess that you have an answer choice for is 250 miles. 250 miles. Number 43. Which of the following choices is closest to the area of the circle? Formula for area of a circle. A equals pi r squared. They're giving you a diameter amount of 7 centimeters. Do we use the diameter in our area formula? Nope. So we must take the diameter and divide it by 2 to find the radius. When we take 7 and divide it by 2, we end up at 3.5. Going back to our formula, do we have a value for our area? We do not, so we copy down A. Do we have a value for pi? We always have a value for pi. It's 3.14. Do we have a value for our radius? And we need to square that radius. So 2 empty parentheses so we don't forget to do that. Our radius is 3.5. So we need to write it twice because we are squaring it. Then we take our handy dandy calculator and we type in 3.14 times 3.5 times 3.5 and we hit the equal button and we see that it comes out to be an area of 38.765 centimeters squared, which when rounded brings us to 38 centimeters squared because it is looking for the closest area. Moving right along. 44. Alfonso's Pizza Company brags about their cheesy stuffed crust pizza being the best. They also state that the cheese stuffed along the edge is irresistible. Gavin ordered a medium stuffed crust pizza that had a diameter of 9 inches, and Brooke ordered a large stuffed crust pizza that had a diameter of 12 inches. About how many more of the outer stuffed crust did Brooke have than Gavin? Outer, about how much more of the outer stuffed crust? So what are we looking for? We are looking for circumference. C equals, in this case, we were given a diameter of both pizzas. a diameter of 9 inches for pizza A and a diameter of 12 inches for pizza B. C equals pi d. C equals pi d. Doing the math. C equals 3.14 for pizza A. We're going to go with this one, and pizza B will be this one. A is 9 inches. Pizza B, C equals 3.14 with a diameter of 12 inches. Take my handy dandy calculator, 3.14 times 9 ends me up at 28, a circumference of 28.26. 3.14 times 12 ends me up at a circumference of 37.68. Are those my answers? No, because it wants to know about how much more. How much more is a subtraction problem? 37.68 minus 28.26. You either use your handy dandy calculator or you use the brain that's attached in your head. And you see that the difference is about 9.42 inches for an answer choice of B. Multi-step problem. Multi-step problem. The formula comes from your formula sheet. Calculations come from your calculator. Information being put in. You got to use your brain. Use it, use it, use it. 45. David wants to spread wildflower seeds in a rectangular field that is 60 feet wide and 70 feet long. Each package of wildflower seeds covers about 175 square feet and costs $6.95. Which of the following amounts is closest to the total cost of the wildflower seeds David needs for this field? Well, now we've heard covering and spreading and all those words about 1,000,000 times. So we should know that we are looking for area. And it is the area of a rectangle. And from our formula sheet, we know the area of a rectangle is length times width. So if we take this rectangle that we're given, 60 by 70 feet, and we find its area, we see that its area is 4,200 feet squared. Now, it tells us that each package of seeds covers 175 square feet. So if our total field is 4,200 square feet, and each package covers 175 square feet, how many packages do we need to do the job? It becomes a division problem, ladies and gentlemen. Square footage divided by how much square feet each package covers. So 4,200 divided by 175 tells us we need 24 packages of seeds. But that's still not the question we're being asked. It says that each package costs $6.95 and it wants to know the total cost of putting wildflowers out there. So we have to take our $6.95 and we need 24 packages of those seeds. And now we do the math. 4 and 5 is 20, and carrying your 2 is 8 and 3, and 24 and 3 is 27. Placeholder 10, 9, and 13. And if you can't do that multiplication, you do it on your calculator. 0.86161. 0.86, carry the 1, 6, 1. Okay, so then how many decimal places? 1, 2, 1, 2. I come up with an answer of $166.80, which is closest is $167. Multiple steps again. Number 46. Many flags are stored in a wooden triangular shaped frame. How much wood is needed for the outside of the following frame? Obviously, if we're looking for outside, we are looking at perimeter. Side plus side plus side. Pick that right off your formula sheet. P equals 18 plus 7 plus 7. If we can't add 18 plus 7 in our head or on the paper, we type it into the calculator, and we see that the perimeter is 32 inches, and it's not squared. Look at the accident I made. I started to write it as squared, but it's not. It's area. It's perimeter, not area, so it does not have a squared sign. It is 32 inches, choice A. 47. What is the surface area of the following rectangular prism? Well, that was easy enough. They read you right to the formula you need. Surface area equals 2 length width plus 2 length height plus 2 width height. I've told you before, make sure that you label each item so you don't use it more than once, and as you plug it in, you use it in the same spot. So surface area is going to be 2 times length is 3, width is 1, plus 2 times length is 3, height is 1, plus 2 times width is 1, height is 1. So then I take my handy dandy calculator and I lay it down and I type in exactly what I see. 2 times 3 times 1 plus 2 times 3 times 1 plus 2 times 1 times 1 equals, and I get an answer of 14. Surface area, 14 meters, and area is always squared. Nothing more than being able to pick a formula, write it down, and fill in correct values, ladies and gentlemen. Calculator does everything else. Picking and filling, that's all you're doing. All right, number 48. Which of the following set of steps is the correct way to plot 4, -3? We always start at the origin. We always move X first, which is right or left, and then we move up or down. Start at the origin, move 4 spaces left. Is a positive number left? Nope. Gone. Start at the origin, move 4 spaces up. Do we move up first? Nope. Gone. Start at the origin, move 4 spaces to the right. Okay, it's a positive 4, so we are moving to the right. Now we move up or down. Do we have a positive or a negative? We have a -3, so we are moving down, which leads our answer to be letter C. 4 to the right, 3 down. This one says origin, 4 down and 3 to the right. Nope. All right, 49. Which of the following statements are always true about 2 congruent polygons? Corresponding sides are always congruent. Yes, that's what makes them congruent polygons. The number of sides is always the same. Yes, congruent means same size, same shape. Yes? Same size, same shape. That's what congruent means. The number of angles is always the same. Well, yeah, if it's the same size, same shape item, then the angles have to be the same. Corresponding angles are always congruent. Yes, if they're 2 congruent shapes, then yes, corresponding angles are always congruent. Corresponding angles are always 90 degrees. That is not true. Corresponding angles can be whatever degree measurements they want to be, as long as they're the same. Corresponding sides are not always congruent. Again, not true, because if they were not congruent, then they would not be congruent shapes. That's how that works. HLJMK. HL. Oops, K is not one of them. Sorry, that's a no. HLJM. I apologize. HLJM. There we go. C. Whoopsie. I counted K in by mistake. There. All right. Number 50. Pentagon ABCDE is congruent to pentagon FGHIJ. Remembering that however the letters line up, that's their congruencies. For example, angle A is congruent to angle F. Angle C is the third letter in, so it's congruent to H, which is the third letter in. Side AB is congruent to side FG. Side CD is congruent to side HI. Wherever position they hold in the naming on the first figure is its congruent position of the naming of the second figure. Looking at that, all of the following are true except it says AB is congruent to FG. They do line up in the same position, so this is a yes. So it is true. CB is congruent to HG. Well, we have position 2 and position 3, and HG is position 2 and position 3, so that is also a yes. We have ED, position 4 and 5, congruent to JI, position 4 and 5. So this is also a yes. CD is in position 3 and 4. IJ is 4 and 5. Therefore, that is a no. So all of the following are true except letter D. All right. That ends the review of the assessment, ladies and gentlemen. Your personal tutorials are out there now and ready to go. So enjoy and make sure you do what needs to be done. Test is coming Tuesday, May 16th.